What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today. The purpose of this video is to discuss the very real possibility that we have found our low for this move, that the shakeout is either over or very near being over, and that's kind of the intention behind this video. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into it. It is the 19th day of August. I'm in my bedroom. It's a bit of a change of scenery. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the change of scenery. I know it's such a plain wall in at my desk there. I've only got my guitars. I keep telling myself I'm going to hang up some artwork, and I've got artwork to hang up, but I just don't do it. Enough about me, though. Let's talk about you, Ethereum. Okay, here we are, sitting at about $4,143 with 5 days, 6 hours left in this week. If we're looking at it on a daily time frame, we have found a low price today at about $4,133. We're very near that now. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, Ethereum is still above its lows from the day, barely. Still above its lows on the day, barely. Bitcoin has moved a little bit lower, taking out my low call that I had for Bitcoin here. I thought that was the low, but nope. Had to prove me wrong, didn't you? And just go down like $10 more, maybe it goes down $1,000 more, who knows? But we're very near the low, if not at the low for Bitcoin. Look at this volume dying off as we're moving lower, right? I would expect we see the same thing in Ethereum. Volume's dying off as we're moving lower, right? We're getting some indecision candles here. This is what you call indecision candles. Whenever you go like a bearish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle, bearish like this, when you get these little indecision candles, typically you get those at lows or highs, typically, not always. Don't treat that as like a for certain thing, right? Here you're at a high point, you're getting these indecision candles, and you still moved higher, right? It was around the high, and you got a lot more of them up here, but that's beside the point. All I'm trying to say is it would make sense that we're either at the low now or we're very near the low. By the time that I'm done making this video, like 10 minutes afterwards, we're going to be at the low. We're very, very near there now. If we're looking at this on the RSI, I also want to pull up these other indicators here. And we can look at the ribbons too, if I remember. Hopefully I can remember we can look at the ribbons. The MACD is building bearish momentum, at least with this 1 hour candle. 9 minutes left. I can't see that it'll come back in the other direction. I mean, maybe it will. 9 minutes is a lot of time, and it definitely can come back up and wick. But with this building of bearish momentum, it's very possible that we do go a little bit lower, and that's okay. If we do go lower, we'll look for those prices. Looking at the stochastics, definitely bearish here, coming out of the oversold zone back into it. And the RSI, of course, is bearish as hell on the 1 hour time frame. But we are set up to form bullish divergence here with a slightly lower low. So I'm really not too worried about that. I don't think that will go below $4,000. I really doubt that we go below $4,000. In fact, I would be surprised if we went too much below 4,100 at all. We might not even go below 4,100. If we're looking at this on a 4 hour time frame, I'll delete all the chicken scratch there. Looking at this here, we've got a 1, 2, 3 correction going on, right? You can see it 1, 2, 3. You even have like a 1, 2, 3 within your 1, 2, 3, right? It's like right there, double that. If we take this low to high, you see that we're very near the 2272. I would think we find support just below $4,117, if not right at it, but something that's just below there. So what, 4,100, 4,088, 4,000. I mean, maybe we go to 4,051, but I think 4,051 would be the lowest that we go to. If we go lower than that, it's okay, right? Ethereum's definitely not in jeopardy there. Looking at this here on the 4 hour indicators, the RSI is bearish at the moment. Typically, you do finish these downtrends off in the oversold zone, typically. That doesn't mean you have to, but typically you do, with either some kind of a double bottom or bullish divergence. But we've had our attempts, we've tried, we just can't seem to do it. It's very possible that we don't go into the oversold zone, or if we do, it's going to be barely at all. And I have a hard time seeing Ethereum go too much lower than it is now, like $100 at the most. You know what I mean? $120 at the most to the downside. If we're looking at this instead of on the extensions, if we're looking at this from a relative low to a relative high here, you are just below your 382. I think this is a perfect area to find support. And I really think that we're there, man. We're like right there right now. On this video, we're going to catch the low. What we want to see, the ideal situation, the ideal setup here would be that you come back up by the end of the day and you close above 4,179. Come back up by the end of the day and close above 4,179, because that's your 382. You want to close above there. If you close below, you set yourself up to go down to like $3,800 or even below there, and we don't want to do that. It's okay if you do that, but it's a little bit more extreme than I was expecting originally. Just because it's more extreme than I'm expecting doesn't mean that it can't happen. But if we're looking at this drop, as it persists, you're actually decaying in volume and not building in volume. So that also signals to me that we're at a point to find support. Now, if you're looking at the price action, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to find support here. But if we zoom out, we go on a weekly time frame, you can see that we're actually right here at our prior areas of resistance for a long time, since really like the beginning of 2024, back in March, right there. So again, the goal, my friends, is to close above 4,180, let's say today. If we don't close above it, it's not all gone. It's not all forsaken. Tomorrow we would need to close above 4,180. Because if today doesn't do it, tomorrow has to do it, okay? Sometimes we get that where it's a little fake out to the downside, we close below the 382, but if we don't get that, then likely we will go below $4,000. That's what that implies, okay? Closing below 4,180 2 days in a row will very much add to the likelihood that we do go down to about $3,800 or lower, okay? So we want to avoid that. Let's go back to the 4 hour and look at some of these indicators, because I think we just looked at the RSI. Stochastics look bearish. Bullish divergence on the MACD. We actually do have that, right? We have 1 hour left in this 4 hour time frame. Let's see how it goes. Looking like we found the low, guys. I mean, that could have been it right there. Like I was saying, I think we're going to find it on this video. We went just below this. We went just below these lows here, just enough to scare people, probably, right? Look at this, the trend line of deceit and mishap right here. You went just below it there. That's where you found support. How many times has that happened? All the key things, man. We're right below the 382. All these things that we're looking for. It makes perfect sense that we would find support here. I want to look at this extension real quick too, because being at the 382 area is nice. But let's see, what about look, you're right at your 1272, beautiful. 2272 resistance, 1272 support, beautiful, perfect, serendipitous. I love it. The next target area, my friends, and probably what we do, let's actually get real here for a second. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but probably what we do is we consolidate, okay? Ethereum's been on a massive run, okay? It's been on a very massive run. And not only did we find support at our prior resistance that we were held down by for like a year and a half, but we also found resistance at our last cycle's high, okay? We found resistance here. Even before we move down, we consolidated. I would think before we move up, we consolidate. So between now and, the next couple of weeks, Ethereum might be pretty exciting at times and disappointing at times. It's going to be stagnant overall, though. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that we go lower than what we just saw in this video here. I mean, maybe we do, maybe just a little bit. And don't get your feelings hurt if that happens, but I don't think that we go lower than that personally. I'm calling for that to be the low at this point in time. And even if it is, we'll still see some volatility, right? Lower highs, higher lows, whatever. Some consolidation in this area. The way I have it drawn there would take us into October. I don't think it'll last that long, but you never know. You never know. And the reason why is nothing moves up in a straight line forever. Nothing moves up in a straight line. This thing's been moving in a pretty straight fashion, especially since the end of June here. Even here, we consolidated for like 7 weeks. Right? I don't think that we're going to consolidate for 7 weeks, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we did consolidate. I mean, this would be 1 week of consolidation here. We get another weekend at least, right? Something like that. So probably we will not see the price for Ethereum grow to new all-time highs until we're in September. It could be the beginning of September. It could be the middle of September. It could even be October that we see new all-time highs. It really could be. So I expect a period of stagnation to come upon us here. And that's okay. That is okay. If I'm wrong, I'm only going to be wrong to the upside, right? I would think that I'm only going to be wrong to the upside. I think we're finding immaculate support at a very classic area to find support. If we're looking at Ethereum here, I'm actually kind of curious. I haven't looked at the liquidation levels in a second. Let's look at the ETH liquidations over the past day. Okay, there are a ton of shorts. You guys. There's more shorts piled on in the past 24 hours than against Ethereum than there are versus Bitcoin. That tells me everything I need to know right there. There are a lot of longs to get cleared out if we go down to about 4,100, which we got very close to doing. But just because they get cleared out there doesn't mean we have to go there. Maybe we do. And if we go there, cool. Clear them out, and then we'll move up afterwards. But you guys, there are a lot of shorts up to that $4,500 area. And again, we'll clear out those shorts. People will start to say, we're going to new all-time highs. We're above $4,500 again. Woohoo. And then we'll probably pile on a bunch of longs, come back down, clear out the longs, consolidate, right? Because there are way too many leverage positions on. In the past 24 hours for Ethereum, way too many. 7 days, way. Woo! You guys, we got $10 billion. It's almost as much as Bitcoin has, and we're at like a fraction of the market cap in Bitcoin. It's all the way at $4,800. I mean, Ethereum probably does move up to new relative highs. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see new relative highs, but not new all-time highs. Or maybe we see new all-time highs and then we come back down. We do like what Bitcoin just did. But I don't think, I really don't think, I mean, we found the low on Bitcoin and on Ethereum in this video, I think. I don't think that we're going to be running anytime soon. And I shouldn't say anytime soon, but over the next week or two, I don't think that we will. There are a lot of shorts piled on. I'll give you that. There are a lot of shorts piled on. 30-day time frame here. Still some longs to be cleared out down at about 4,100. Do we clear them out? Maybe. I don't care. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. I'm not betting on it. Tons of shorts to clear out. That's for damn sure. Even all the way up to $5,000. I would expect that as time goes on, there will be more shorts piled on. But at the moment, let's just stay grounded and focus on the task at hand. I would think that we at least move up to 4,300 from here. Okay, we're at 4,140 right now. If not, we take out a good bit of these shorts. We don't have to take out all of them, but if we were to take out all of them, we'd move up to about $4,500. And as we move up higher, I do expect these shorts to pile on at higher levels too. So there will be more levels of liquidations at this level. I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up to $4,500. Let's see if we can make sense out of that using our Fibonacci, okay? Maybe on the 4-hour time frame. Fibonacci retracement tool here from a high to a low, assuming that's the low. It's a bold assumption to make considering that there's no real indication that it is the low yet. I'm just expecting it to be the low using my TA Kung Fu. By the way, flies hate karate, you guys. You know it. You know those flies hate karate. You start doing karate chops at them, they're not going to come near you, man. If a fly is bothering you, start doing karate at it. Show them their Kung Fu. If you don't even know Kung Fu, just pretend like you do. Just, you know, and they'll know. Fun fact, I actually do, I do know, I don't know if it's Kung Fu. Is Karate Do Kung Fu? I did 7 years of karate. I'm actually properly trained in the martial arts, okay? Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. I was top of my class. I was Ichiban, baby. That means number one. Anyways, 4,145. If we're looking at this here, shout out to Sensei David if he's watching this. And RIP Sensei Chinen. 4,140. You know, a little fun fact about actually what I did for karate. You guys know Sensei Miyagi from the Karate Kid? He was a real person. And he was like the fourth sensei down the line from my sensei. So like the fifth sensei down the line from my sensei was Sensei Miyagi. That was a real person, and like the person that they based the movie off of. Like that was actually, and the style of karate that I learned was actually his style of karate. Jundokan, Karate Do, Goju-Ryu. That's what it is, Goju-Ryu. Anyways, 4,100. It's an Okinawan form, I'm pretty sure. Empty-handed way, Karate Do. $4,140 right now. Whenever we do retrace, the area to go to would be about 4,500, 4,570, something like that. The golden ratio right there. Will we break above it? Maybe. If we do, I doubt we get above 4,700. Or if we were to get above it, there's going to be some kind of consolidation that allows us to see that we will go above it. You know, some kind of fake out at the best if we were to just pile right through it like Bitcoin did. But I think 4,500, 4,600 makes a lot of sense, especially just considering these liquidation levels. I would at least expect, I was saying 4,300, but I would at least expect now 4,400 looking at this here, because we probably do wick just above that 382. But that'll probably happen over the coming days. I very much do believe that today was the day we found our low. Wednesdays tend to be good days, my friends. Wednesdays really do tend to be good days, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if tomorrow we started off on a good note and started to move higher. Don't get shaken out here, my friends. Things are looking like we're in the areas to bounce. I wouldn't say things are looking good. Things do look bad right now, but it's oftentimes when things look bad, when there's blood in the streets, there's fear and pandemonium going on. That's the time to buy. That's the time to get involved. Bitcoin, man, pushing lower. It is pushing lower. So Ethereum might follow with it. But I've got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Ethereum is moving to $8,000. It's just going to take some time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.